What's up? Bill DeWeese here from voice-over-training.org. Hope you are doing well and hope you are moving and fast forward towards your voiceover career goals, whatever those may happen to be. And for resources and information to help you on your journey, please check out my website, voice-over-training.org. Well, thanks for checking out this YouTube video today. My last video was entitled 3 Reasons Why You Are Not Too Old to Record Voiceovers. And I recorded that for a couple of reasons. One is that probably the majority of emails that I get are from people who are middle-aged or older, who are looking to perhaps revive a career within voiceovers or transitioning from another career into looking to get into voiceovers. And the other reason was because I celebrated yet another birthday, one of many this past week, putting me, I would say, certainly squarely within, if not past, middle age at this point in my life. So it's just good to reassure myself that, yes, I'm in a good demographic to continue to build my voiceover business and career, which I continue to do on a daily basis. Now, if you're younger than middle age, however you may define middle age, perhaps you were a little discouraged by last week's YouTube video, thinking, well, perhaps Bill DeWeese thinks that I'm too young to record voiceovers. Well, let me assure you that age, be it because of being too young or too old, is never an excuse. As a matter of fact, I believe that anybody at any age can successfully build a voiceover career. And today's video is entitled 3 Reasons You Are Not Too Young to Record Voiceovers. Now, all that being said, I will say that if you are, let's say, in your teens and younger, there will be a little bit more work required to build a career, as the demand for your services probably will not be as high. And if you're not, so let's say in your 20s, 30s, 40s, and older, because there's just less demand in most types of voiceover work, would be it audiobooks or be it commercials or certainly industrials and corporate narration. But that certainly doesn't mean that you cannot begin or build a successful career as a voice talent. But more than likely, you'll need to go through more traditional channels, meaning working with an agent who has their finger on the pulse of what's going on and can bring you opportunities and auditions that are appropriate for you at the age and at the skill level that you're at. But let's talk to you. Let's say that you're a 20-something, 30-something. Are you too young to record voiceovers? Well, you're certainly not. And there are 3 good reasons why you're not. First of all, your demographic is a very attractive demographic to advertisers. Your age group has more disposable income now than at any time in prior history. And because of that, there are more dollars being put into marketing and advertising to your demographic, meaning that there is now more demand than ever for people of your age to record commercials and marketing messages. And it's a growing demand. And in my age, and the baby boomers, it's great because we're living longer and we have a huge demographic. And so certainly we're an attractive demographic. But also, if you're, again, in that 20s and 30s, there's a lot of disposable income that marketers are looking to capture. And you may just very well be the voice to help capture that market for a particular client. So that's one reason. And, talking about being attractive, to a demographic, it's not only commercial work, but also a lot of training narration. And there is a lot of training narration out there. I estimate that probably 70% of all of my work comes from recording training narration. And certainly, in the workplace, there's demand for people who are middle-aged and older in terms of training. But also, there's a lot of onboarding. Recording narration. As a matter of fact, I get hired to do a lot of it. But a lot of times a client will want to get a voice that's speaking directly to the demographic that they're targeting. So a lot of times, and not that all onboarders are younger, because certainly people change careers, on average several times throughout their lifetime. But there is a demand for your voice in speaking to a corporate audience, especially within the context of training. So for that reason, you are not too young. There is demand for your particular voice and your particular age. Reason number 2 is that, hey, let's be honest, you learn more quickly than people who are, generally speaking, than people who are older than you. And the old saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Well, I like to think that doesn't always hold true, and this old dog continues to learn new tricks, and I plan to continue to learn new tricks for the rest of my life. But the reality is, when you're in your 20s, you pick up on stuff generally speaking, a little faster. You're a little more flexible. In theory, you should be able to take direction even better than somebody older because you're not quite as let's say, frozen in your ways of doing things, in your patterns. So there's flexibility. So directors like to work with people who are easy to direct. And as a younger person, you should find that easier to do than most. And then the third reason that you are not too young to record voiceovers is that you already communicate in a style that is very attractive to a lot of agents and casting directors. Because if you listen to TV, if you listen to more current demos, you'll notice that the voiceover style now is more of a genuine type of voiceover style. Not to get into a long discussion on this particular topic, but those who are really more my age come out of a more authoritarian background, which is more based on kind of a military model, whereas your elders and those who were in positions of authority over you, they spoke very authoritatively and expected you to listen and to do what you were told. Well, nowadays, if you're in a younger demographic, that's really not the way you were raised. That's not the way that you view and interact and interface with your world. And for you, it's all about communication. It's not about you talking at me. It's about you talking to me and with me, and about us having a conversation. And generally speaking, people in their 20s and 30s get that. And there's an authenticity, there's a genuineness, and there's this, there's not a felt need to be something and project something that you're not necessarily, that you aren't necessarily, meaning, the big booming voice, when that's not really what's in call or what's in demand for a lot of the work today. It's more, again, it's the guy, the girl next door, the person who appears to be genuine and appears to be authentic and conversational. So that comes more naturally to you than it does for somebody from my generation or older. So for those three reasons, now is a good time. You are not too young to record voiceovers. And I encourage you that, if you're thinking about it, that you take these skills and these attributes that are specific to you, especially at your young age, and you apply those to move forward and to really grow and to thrive in your voiceover career. I do wish you all the best. Again, I encourage you to visit voice-over-training.org for resources and information to help you in that journey. If you have not as of yet, make sure you go to the website and download my free audio program, 7 Steps to a Six-Figure Voiceover Income. It's packed full of great information that will really get you on the road quickly to doing the right things, to give you the right information to make the right decisions and choices so that you can more quickly grow your voiceover career and your income. All the best. I will talk to you soon. Take care.